and he came in while we'd started the song. I and I were jamming, and he's rocking on the keyboard. He goes, "Man, that Pterodactyl song is great."
We're like, "What Pterodactyl song?" He's like, "You guys well, you guys were just humming." He didn't write a lot. He sort of sat in the room and watched.
Pterodactyl.
It's like, "Pterodactyl, ooh, ooh, pterodactyl." We're like, "That's interesting."
It is 10,000 BC.
It's like, "Did you arrive on the short bus?" That's what I
Wow.
thought.
But the other thing I was going to say was another interesting. Fire on the Mountain was written during the process of making the record, but was one of the last songs recorded because what ended up happening was we were making the podcast, and so there was filming all the time. And Ashley Grayson, who directed the documentary Strong's Break, he called up. We were near the end of the record, and he goes, "Hey, you guys need to record that song." Like, "What song?" He's like, "The one Zach was playing." Like, "Try again." It's like the one in this clip that didn't make it. And so he played us a clip of the song, and it was like, "Oh, yeah, that song." So it was interesting that, sometimes criticism and sort of input from certain kinds of people, that was a case where that song really made it to the record because he brought it up, not
so
because...
Ash should have had a A&R credit, basically?
No, he should have had that guy we care about his opinion credit. No one gets A&R. No one.
I will say one little quick thing, and then we probably do have to wrap it up, which is the song Great Divide. I played bass and guitar on that particular song. That's one of the first ones on our record where it's actually me playing bass as well.
Several songs on the record, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason why that is because when we were writing the song, I was playing bass, and that riff,
which sounds kind of like a guitar riff,
was a bass riff. And yeah.
On key, dude.
Sorry, I don't have perfect pitch. I don't have perfect pitch. I'm sorry. But anyway, so we were jamming in the room, and there's actually a really cool recording, which maybe one of these days will actually be heard, but of just one mic in the room when we were actually
maybe he'll leak it.
No, actually, I can't even find that one, much less anyone else. But anyway, but there was the writing / jamming session that existed in relation to that song that really kind of formed that idea where we all kind of looked at each other like, "That's cool. That's really cool."
And was really one of the first things that defined the music and the sound of the record was playing that and going, "Gosh, this has such an attitude to it."
Great Divide is the only. It was the guiding light for that record. I mean, it was the
first thing,
thing that was like, this is where the record's going.
And
but
it was
interestingly,
recorded
also,
it was started while we were working on a Fan Club EP, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And interestingly, one little anecdote about The Walk is that, as you all know, underneath Acoustic Live, that DVD has the song The Walk on it. We knew that the record was going to be called The Walk before it was recorded. It's a really unusual circumstance. Normally that never happens, but we knew that song, there was something about that song and just the title The Walk that just seemed really cool and really appropriate. And so that's the musical stories behind The Walk.
Yeah, that wasn't really composition, I guess. It was more anecdotes. But
so many stories.
Okay, well, we're enough talking because music is not talking; it is playing and singing. So we'll get off the stage, we'll let everybody else in, and then we will make some rock and roll.
We'll tweet about The Walk. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you on stage in just a little bit.